How's it going, guys? It's LP Alex, aka The Vertical, and today we have our first episode of Road to Challenger series. At the time I came up with the idea of this series, I was in Diamond 3, and I thought, hey, I'm still getting some pretty high scores on my Rengar. I could easily push through Diamond 3, and boy, was I wrong. This elo is actually relatively challenging to climb in. At times it feels like I'm playing in Bronze elo with people who actually just have amplified skill sets. I have found no matter where I gank, it feels like every other lane is just doing poorly in, and I can't stop the snowball from other lanes. I've kind of found comfort in ganking top lanes because I don't know why in this elo, but opposing enemy teams, top laners tend to just overextend constantly, and I could pressure them and just punish them without summoners while my ult is on cooldown. So I found comfort in top lane, but that doesn't help the feeding mid lane or the bot lane. And yes, I hate blaming my teammates, but that's just how it's been for the past 10 plus games in this elo. I spent so much time just theory crafting ways of winning each individual game. And even in this game, I don't want to spoil too much, but I even had to pull one of Trick2G's infamous Gates tactics to win this one. It's almost like every game is a struggle. No matter how fit I get or how big of a lead I give a lane, they always seem to lose, and I just get punished super hard by team comps in mid game. Teams are a lot more organized in this elo, so it's definitely a lot more harder to solo carry as Rengar. But as much as I'm struggling right now, that doesn't mean that I'll be struggling in a month from now. And this is a key point that I want to talk about for this episode of the Road to Challenger series. Struggling. Struggling is okay. There's nothing wrong with struggling. It's just what stands in between you and your end result as a player, or just about anything in life, and that's okay. I wasn't expecting to catapult right through Diamond, and you shouldn't be expecting to catapult through the current elo that you're struggling with. I started out as a bronze player in Season 3, played 250 games in order to get to silver, and while in Season 4, it took me about 800 games to get out of silver, and a total of 1,161 games just in that season alone to improve to get to mid-gold tier elo. It took me about 700 games to get out of gold in Season 4 and Season 5, and a total of 810 games in Season 5 to get from plat to diamond elo. Struggling is okay. It happens to just about everyone. So for those of you who are watching who are bronze, silver, gold, plat, or even those who are watching this in diamond, it's okay to struggle. Don't let anyone shit on your day and be negative towards you and let that get to you. Because the struggle now, as I said before, is just what stands in between you and your end result. And you'll get there. I believe in you. And I'm not saying play thousands of games like I did in Season 4 and 5. Make sure you stay active. You don't want to gain the weight like I did. It's hard to take off as I'm figuring out now that I'm going back to the gym. But anyways, as frustrating as this game gets at certain points, questioning how your certain teammate is going 0-7 in lane and they're still in Diamond 3 elo, believe me, I get it. It's a pain in the ass to deal with. But nobody's perfect. Maybe they're on an off roll or just having an off game. We all have to go through it, and it's frustrating as all hell, like I said. But if you play consistent enough and do the things you're supposed to do, that end result will just come closer and closer each day. And maybe you'll have a setback. Setbacks are okay. They suck, but they're okay. But in the end, you'll get there. You just gotta be consistent and just do the best that you can and continue to improve every day. And that's where I'm at right now. I know I need to play better in order to be better and get to the elo that I want. And maybe I won't get it this season, but I've already passed where I ended up last season. I peaked at Diamond 4, so I'll take a small victory. And while I won't be necessarily happy that I don't hit Masters or Challenger, I'll be ready next season, or even the season after that. This game isn't going anywhere, and that's important to remember too. While it's good to pace yourself, it's not okay to stress yourself out if you're not going to hit your end result by the end of the season. The more stressed you are about this game, the harder it is to climb, and that's something I've come to learn over the past couple seasons. Keeping a healthy balance between serenity and pacing yourself is one of the most valuable traits I've learned. If I get too stressed out from League or just streaming in general, I'm not afraid to go take the day off and hang out with friends, go to the gym, whatever it is to keep the peace of my mind. And this is something you guys should implement into your strategies as well. Taking the day off is okay, especially if you're tilting extremely hard. I find this is why so many people are currently unhappy with the state of the game. They're just so frustrated and they just force themselves to play this game. But in reality, they're just doing themselves an injustice in doing so. And guys, I could rant about this for days, but I want to try to keep these videos as condensed as possible. So with that being said, I just want to reiterate what I said earlier in the video. Struggling is okay, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Every challenge you first approach will be a struggle, and that's okay, whether it's bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond, masters, challenger, LCS level. It doesn't matter. The struggle you're facing now, you might not face in a month, or 2 months, or a year. It doesn't matter, because when you hit that point, you'll look back, and you'll be able to see how far you've actually come. It feels like yesterday I was actually silver elo, and now I'm diamond 3, pushing for masters and challenger. So get out there, get climbing, and I'll see you guys next video.